Hey guys, hello. It's your Pennsylvania Dutch uncle. I've been hibernating a little bit with this shit weather, and we've had some windstorms come through here that they would just literally knock your socks off. There's just nothing like a gust of wind that almost takes you off your feet. There's shingles laying siding everywhere in these neighborhoods. Trash is. I got to pick up my field. But today I have work to do. I got to solve the plastic gas pedal blues. It no go in reverse. This is all crunched and twisted right there. If you can see that distortion. And when this man tries to put his simplicity, which it is, I'll take you down. Okay, you've seen the problem. It's this plastic shit that ruins these tractors. John Deere, Simplicity, Cub Cadet, Sears Craftsman, you're all guilty of it. Every one of you thinks you're going to save $1, or you're going to make the EPA happier because it's a 16 ounces or 6.5 ounces or 3.2 ounces lighter. We say different things in the Pennsylvania Dutch language, which I don't necessarily care to repeat because it's really foul. And I had an argument at a state representative's office today. Ladies and gentlemen, besides the plastic gas pedal blues, when you say you understand what veterans have been through or your relatives are veterans, no, you really don't. It's like a fake orgasm when somebody says they're thanking a veteran. Sometimes it's better not. It's better not to say anything because it's offensive. Some of us prefer not to think about those things. Sorry about that early in the video, but it was on my. It really pissed me off today. So this is where your gas pedal goes. Okay, and it does come apart. It's kind of a complicated little gizmo. It's really not that simple. But here we have almost the same exact model tractor. And yeah, I got to get back to cutting my grass. It's raining. It's raining more than the sun is shining. And like now, if you're getting distortion with the camera mic, it's windy. They got to stop playing with that weather machine. Here's almost the same exact Simplicity Regent. And this is not made out of plastic. It's made out of metal. And what I might just do is duplicate that critter. And that's really what we have to do. Is basically I'm going to follow a pattern. I'm going to make a cardboard pattern of that. And I'm going to duplicate it basically on that machine. This, I might make this detachable, so in case they got to get it out of there, they can get it out of there fairly simple. I don't think I'm going to put the crux to it. I actually think I might just make that piece. I might just trace it and make the entire different thing. This is here. Deck is bent. That's destroyed. We have another deck back there that we're going to graft onto this. Plus, this one's got a host of other problems. Carburetor. Fluffy the Rat's been hard at work inside the motor there. Terrell. You sent that little bastard up here to cause me grief. Then we're going to get to this old timer here. Here's another Simplicity. Back when they weren't so simple, but they were. And non-EPA engine. That engine's all blown up. We're going to get to this. We're going to make this like brand new again. Guaranteed. But right now I've got work to do. But I figured everybody's been a victim of these plastic parts on these tractors. And when you get to thinking about ways, it's best to find another tractor. It's hard to do, especially if you do stupid things like I do, like get out of your truck and look at somebody's tractor sitting in their lawn and they're starting to have a duty in their pants, might come out with a gun. It's time to get going. But it does give me ideas. It was lucky that other one came in with this one to fix this, because this guy needs to go to work. Everybody's grass is getting to be 2 feet high already, and it's only the second week in May. But it keeps raining, and then when it's not raining, it's hostile winds or hail or some other hostile element. And that's because the government's playing with that weather machine. If you notice when the sun comes out from behind those clouds, how hot it is, it's probably what caused the Dust Bowl, those great tornadic events. The sun goes through sunspots, and we've gone through this since the turn of the century. We've actually gone through it since weather records have been kept in the 1700s. It's not global warming. They use it as a goddamn con job to con everybody out of their money. Food's rising, fuel's rising. There's all kinds of fights in the streets, blood running in the streets. New York City, a 4-year-old baby was shot. Jesus titty fucker, people. At some point, this guy's got to relinquish the White House, turn it back over to Trump, and they got to stop using racism like a badge and using veterans for pawns, especially those dumb bastards that are only reservists or National Guard. Most of those are kids. They went in the military. It's like going to college for free, kind of welfare college. Put some food in the baby's mouth at home. That's not a real soldier. Even though I went reserves, yes, I was a reservist, but that's a different story. I'm a different time element. I'm a different era. You asked me to go saddle up today, I would saddle up. I have enough discipline to do my job. These kids don't have enough discipline to blow their goddamn nose and take a shower. So, getting back to tractors, I'm going to show you that you can repair that. I'm going to tear that all apart. And what I'm going to do is I got to mark that where those positions are on that rod, because it only goes in there one way. You see, it's okay to make this piece, but how are you going to know where this piece goes on here when it comes time to weld it together? You see, in correlation with that. So I'm going to have to take some pictures, snap some pictures of the positions, and it's going to give me on a dial. I don't know if you guys know how to use anything. If you ever use those pipe machines when you cut pipe or whatever, you can actually make degrees. And basically, I'm going to make a cardboard template that is degreed, so that even if I lose the marks when the welder welds it together, I'm going to know whether he screwed me or not, because I'm actually going to scribe this, and I'm actually going to make another piece that puts this in the right position. So that way, if I know, I say, hey, now you're going to have to make me the whole piece, because you were a shithead and you moved it out of position or whatever. That has happened to me when you take something to a fabricator. They let it lay until they're goddamn good and wet, ready to go do what they got to do with it. So then they come back, they pick up the piece, it's discombobulated because they threw it in the corner, somebody stepped on it, somebody sneezed on it, or they left it lay on their bench and they fiddled with it during lunch and then they forgot what they were doing with it. That has happened to me. I've been a victim of it. I do a lot of my own fabrication, but when it comes to welding hardened steel, I have a welder down the shop for chrome moly. It does not warrant me to go down and move all that stuff and all that to do the hardened metal welding when I could take it up to a buddy up here for a couple of bucks. It doesn't pay me to take everything out, because I like sunny days when I go down there. I don't like my stuff getting wet. Some of my stuff's getting to be almost as old as I am. It's older than me. Some of the stuff my father or my grandfather gave me in that shop, equipment, cars, different things, I'm not moving it. I'm just that stubborn. I'd rather rely on somebody else, but when it comes to this, this is simple to straighten out. I could figure it out. I could degree it if I had to put it back together and spend a little time with it. I can correct the problem. But I'm going to correct all that by marking it prior and laying it out prior what I want. And that's just the way we're going to have to do it. If I have to cut, say, maybe the body out there a little bit or whatever, say I screw up. I made an F up, a real bad F up. And this is going to contact the body. Well, you know what? I'm not shortening it. I'm not lengthening it. I'm not going through any more welding process. I'm just going to cut the body out, and they're going to have to deal with it. But everybody's been a victim of these plastic parts. I don't care, like I said, if it's Craftsman, Cub Cadet, John Deere, you name it, Simplicity, on down the line, X-Mark. Every one of them's got to throw a monkey wrench in the perfect stew. And a lot of them make a damn good machine. Like those new Craftsmans, they're not all that bad, but they're made out of peanut brittle and plastic. The designs are there. Some of the stuff they simplified, putting belts on and different things. It's not all that bad, with some of the newer things. But you look at what they're made out of, you might as well take that Reynolds wrap that's in your kitchen drawer there that you use on a grill and fold that up and make a tractor body out of it. You'd probably be better off. So that concludes my video on the gas pedal blues, because everybody's going to get one, and then you get the gas pedal blues. And everybody's got to deal with a shithead politician and this piece of trash and his ghetto, whatever. They got to go. All of them. Thanks.